And hello everyone. It's been a while again. Most normal Valentino stream. I stream regularly for like 3 months and then not at all for 1 month and then yeah. It's been a while. I was supposed to finish this game a while ago, but yeah, I still haven't figured how to do the second controller thingy that I had to do. But today is not the day where we're gonna figure it out. I think I have an idea to fix that, but we'll find out later. But right now, where is it? Where the hell is it? Oh yeah. Right now we're gonna go into the Tsukuba 9 hours. Let me just check the stuff of the car. I forgot basically everything about setups. Oh, the car is basically stuck. Oh no, it had to rocket. Okay. Racing suspensions. Yeah. Transmission. Yeah. No downforce, of course, because it doesn't have a wing. And not driving yet. Yeah. So here we need 111 base big points, I think. Let me just double check on Retroachievements. We need indeed 111 big points. Yo, Gildor, congrats on the stream streak. Not very hard to keep the streak, to be honest. You only need to be there once a month. But here we go. Hopefully I'll do more streams in the future. Is this enough? RX7 Legacy. RX... No, I don't have much left. Oh, 154 points. Perfect. Let me add some music. I have like 7 achievements or something. Yeah, 7 achievements. And today we'll do one of them. There have 2 races left for 100% and 7 achievements for both masteries. 2 achievements left on the main set. 5 on the subset. Car is very silent. And I can't change the audio. Audio settings. Yeah, this beamer is beating me in the straights. but not in the corners. Car is so grippy, that's crazy. I really have to get used to it again because I haven't booted the game since the 24 hours of Le Mans last time. Don't even remember the date of it. It was almost a month ago. But yeah, hopefully the next GT4 stream is gonna be the finale after how many months already? I think I started the set in November 2024. So that would be 19 months. We have done it a lot quicker, but whatever. I think I should reduce the volume of the music, or I mean reduce the volume of the music and increase the volume in general. Like that. Oh, and then we arrive at a song that's quiet. Go for you. You know, the music is not that quiet. I think when I was in the Miata, my best laps were around 1 minute 10 or something. Let's see if we outbid the AI. So the GTR is cooking, so far ahead of everyone else. On the steer. Oh, almost 1 minute 2. That was a good lap. I mean, surely I will get 1 or 2 later. I wonder how many laps I can do before I pit. Oh, that was too much. IMF, I am indeed zooming. Welcome to the stream. We are currently on the Tsukuba 9 hours with the Lotus Elan. And I'm beating a GTR with only 157 horsepower. Because that car is that OP. One on 2.69, nice. I break GR, I think. Already 30 seconds ahead after 10 laps. Easiest 150 point race ever. Oh, really? Nice. I know there is a Retro Achievements set in the works for that game, so I might come back to it eventually. But I'm a bit scared about that achievement set because like I've seen a few of the achievements and like apparently the developer decided to make time trial achievements that don't use boost. Like it's time trials, but you're not allowed to use boost. And I was like, what? You removed the only interesting thing in the game. The game is so boring without boost. I guess I shouldn't speak about boring things because right now I might be doing one of the most boring things possible. Oh no, I improved the 0.69 and the 0.67. No. From a meme to another. So we're about to lap them already. Yeah, surely, but I think just the swerving strat is basically the optimal strat in my opinion. It just needs to be done cleaner and cleaner. Right, I've left most of the field. Yeah, this land is absolutely cooking. Ooh, 1 minute 2.2. Dang. Those are still perfectly green. Except one. "19 laps in." So we're definitely doing at least 30 laps. Oh, what? Back to back? I was close as well. Only 100 ahead. Or the GT. Yeah, it's an interesting one. The first GT. It's much shorter, which is honestly at this point to me it's good. After spending 300 hours on this game, I would like to move on. But I'm so close, I'm not gonna stop there. Thing is, I'm probably gonna do Spec 2 as well at some point. I'm not gonna 100% Spec 2, but this is gonna be at least 100 hours, I bet. Alright, we're finally lapping Skyline. Give me the slipstream. Another 0.69, nice. That was fast, no? Yeah, 1 minute 1 is that possible. I was a bit wide here. Or maybe braked a little bit too much. Imagine how many laps I'm gonna be ahead by the end. I'm so consistent, damn. Why is the legacy so far back now? He let me through, so nice. That sounds odd for Tsukuba. Yeah, he's generally pretty consistent here. They don't crash much. Or maybe the legacy pitted actually, and I didn't notice. But no, it's legit here, that's pitting. I think the beamer is gonna overtake it. Or is it the beamer? Video X7 as well. Yeah, it is. Bro's making an advertisement for himself. AI viewers. Yeah, that's what I did miss. No, it's not. I have my own playlist. Which is basically a compilation of different soundtracks from other games. I think there are a couple of songs from this game as well, but not much. This one is from One God Midnight. Oh, why did I downshift twice? beamer is pitting. That was a terrible lap. I think we're gonna pit at the end of this lap. Because that's a nice round number, 30 minutes. And so we could pit every 30 minutes. That would mean 17 pit stops for the whole race. I actually don't need fuel. My rear right is still green, by the way. Okay, that's because the legacy pitted actually. It caught up to the BMW. Right now it looks like we are on pace for 500 laps. Oh, the Legacy is overtaking the Beamer. Maybe because it has cold tires, I guess. It's gonna struggle a little bit more in the corners. Maybe the Legacy has an advantage now. I'm wondering if I want to do 2 brakes or only 1. Oh, this one is from Racing Battle C1 Grand Prix, which recently got achievements. I'm actually interested into playing it, but there are so many games that I'm also interested in. There's also Automodelista, which just got achievements. That one is a much harder one, so I might do it soon. Who knows? I also wanted to try out some Wii games. Mainly Trackmania Wii. I don't really know if I want to go for like the event stuff. Like if you beat a certain amount of games, you get a medal or something. M&M kart racing? Wait, I've never heard of that one. Or maybe I did but forgot. I'm not that much to kart racers anyway. If not good. Yeah, it sounds like it. Just from the name. I know the Wii had quite a bit of shovelware. Yeah. Like right now, games on the racing games on the Wii that have Retroachievements, there is Trackmania Wii, which is probably going to be the first one I'm going to do. There is GTI, what is it called? GTI Club, Super Mini Festa. There is the Fast League Racing or something like that. There's Excite Truck. And I've seen a few others. I wonder if anyone's gonna do a drive in San Francisco, to be honest. I'm really curious about this one. Oh yeah, Build and Race. This one is apparently terrible. At least from what I've heard. Oh, we're almost 2 laps ahead of the GTR now. I didn't even pay attention. Did the Ericsson bit? Or still not? Pretty sure it did, but not 100% sure. Oh, I just needed to ask. Okay, the X7 is really good on tire wear then. But it did 36 laps. Outbeating a Lotus Elan in this game is kinda crazy. The GTR behind? It is. That's a close fight actually between the two of them. Oh fuck. That was a terrible lap 104. Speaking of game with track builders, there are those Toka grid games on DS. Oh yeah, the Legacy definitely pitted early. That's why it was far back earlier. Hitting every 20 laps. But yeah, I haven't played Grid on DS because I wanted to play Grid on PC first. But I've played the Race Driver Create and Race. And it's quite an interesting game actually. A bit long, I didn't finish it. Main reason why I didn't finish it is because like when you complete the game once, you have to do basically the exact same thing again. So I was like, yeah, nah, I'm out. This is not the best track for an endurance race. A bit short. Also, I heard Forza Horizon 6 releases today. Or is it? Or like, is it not releases, but like for those who pre-bought the game or something? Or is it tomorrow? I forgot. Oh, it's 33 here. This could be a VV. Nice. That was a clean lap. Even the last corner was pretty good as well. Oh, that was almost another 1-on-1. Even though I went in the grass. "54 minutes, that's the 10% mark of the race. We could assume that I would do something around 510 laps. Let's not forget that we need to pit on lap 58. I know a bunch of people. I know a bunch of people who played it with the wheel. Sounds exhausting. It's really quite exhausting in general with the controller. Yeah, you can play on modern wheels with a new. I've seen some people play with like the OG wheel for PS2. Like this game was made also with like there are settings and stuff specifically for wheels, and there's like one wheel that was specifically intended to be used for this game. And I've seen people use it on emulator. Car, indeed. Hi Grim, how you doing? Shit is so ass. Yeah, true. I mean, that's what it comes from. JK, good luck with work, Grim. Yeah, I'll still be driving by then. Another reason why this track is so bad for endurance is that because it's so short. Look at my tire wear. The bias is so insane. There's like one corner that goes left. sure you know what car could do endurance races on this track. I don't remember, like sprint cars, I think. Like those cars that are like made for oval racing, and they have like a huge bias to turn left all the time. Just make those, but in the other way, to turn right. Perfect for Tsukuba. Can I still pit here? No. I missed a pit. Damn it. I didn't miss the pit a single time during my 24-hour races. During my last 24-hour race. The one that came before, I missed it like 9 times in the entire race. But yeah, now the bad habit is coming back. So yeah, I haven't talked about it so far, but there's a reason why I didn't stream for a bit. So basically, so like what am I doing? So Chotu on his Discord, so Chotu is another streamer slash speedrunner that I know, and he just gives away Steam keys sometimes on his Discord, and I got one for a game called Echo from there. If you don't know the game, you don't know, okay, but if you know it, you may understand where I'm going. But basically, it's a really grindy game, and I really enjoy playing it. So I played it a lot, and I didn't have the time for streaming because I was just playing the game all the time. At some point I even thought about like, I don't know, making a video or making streams on it, but I don't know how relevant it would be, considering that's like completely opposed to what I generally do on my channel. Yeah. I mean, the game was definitely not destined to be experienced alone. That's one thing I'm sure, because it's a game that was designed to be played in multiplayer. But I was just like, I want to play the game alone first to like kinda get the hang of it. So I tweaked the settings a little bit, so like basically the game is not balanced to solo play, it's balanced to like play with others. It's a co-op game. Basically the shortest way I can describe this game is like it's some kind of Minecraft but with jobs and technology and stuff like that. So you have a job system that's like balanced, so like each player cannot have too many jobs. So of course I had to tweak a little bit so I could have more. And a bunch of things like craft times, for example, when you craft a thing. In Minecraft it's instant. In this game sometimes it can be like hours. That was also tweaked. But yeah, it's definitely playable alone. Even though it took me like over 100 hours to get to the point where I could finish. I didn't finish actually. Like I have all the stuff to finish, so basically the goal of the game is to destroy an asteroid that's going around the planet. And to do that you need to craft a bunch of lasers, and I got the lasers, so... and I'm not destroying the asteroid because I'm like, whatever. Still have time anyway, since I'm in solo, like, normally it would be like a real time 30 days. Like real life time. If you're playing multiplayer, because it would be on the server and time would pass all the time, and so you'd have 30 real days to destroy the asteroid. But since I'm playing in solo, I have 30 in-game time days to do it, so I'm pretty much fine. Yeah, that's what I understood. I just wanted to use that as an opportunity to talk a bit more about the game. There are a bunch of features as well that I can't really use in solo. Like, there's a bunch of stuff about like creating governments and laws and stuff like that. There's like also all the exchange system. Like you can sell stuff to others. And also one of the main points of the game is that you need to not pollute too much, because like you need to progress technologically to get those lasers created. Like you need to, what's the name? ECO. Like you need to be careful about not polluting too much, because you'll need to like melt metals. You'll need to you need to dig for petrol, for example. And so you have to pollute a little bit, but you need to make sure you don't pollute too much. And it's... when you're in solo, it's not really difficult to not pollute too much. The game definitely has a lot of flows. Like the first few hours of gameplay I did, like I was like, yeah, this is rough. The more I played, the more I was like, yeah, actually I can go over it, over the flows. The collisions with the terrains are a bit, like the amount of time I went through the ground. Thankfully there is a command to unstuck yourself, but but still. Yeah, but I think it's a completely different experience, solo versus multiplayer. I haven't tried multiplayer yet, because I wanted to get done with my solo world, and I just wanted to make myself a little house, a nice house, in the mountains, and it's gonna take me a while. And once I will have my house, I will probably destroy the asteroid and move to an online server. But the thing is that it's a very grindy game. Like I played with like craft costs divided by like 4. But considering this game has like a lot of intermediate steps for things, like for example, when you want to like, you know, in Minecraft when you dig for iron, you mine the iron ore and then you just have to smelt it in a oven. In this game you have to crush it, then you have to concentrate it, and then you have to smelt it. And since I had each of those crafts divided by 4, that means that my crafts were actually 64 times cheaper. For an iron bar. Like, of course it was very easy to get all the resources I needed. I didn't even really mine for iron like ever, and I have way too much for all my needs. I think if I was to play again in solo, I would play with normal craft recipe, or maybe like half. But an interesting thing about this game is that like every kind of job you can have is actually useful. Like for example, the way you acquire jobs is with a form of XP that's passive and that builds up depending on how well you eat and how nice is your house, basically. And so like those things you'll need other people to get them. You'll need, for example, someone who can cook high quality food. And so you'll have one person whose job is to cook things. And that person is really important because that's this person who's gonna help people to get more XP. And you'll have one person who will do like building materials and stuff. And you'll have one engineer, for example, who will do all the machinery. Yeah, in terms of potential, this game is insane. It's a small game. It's made by a small team. It has a bunch of issues. It's not very well optimized as well. Because it looks like Minecraft, but it doesn't run like Minecraft. And Minecraft is already very unoptimized. But yeah, and playing in solo means that you have to do all these jobs, and you have to level up in all these jobs, and you have to do everything. And it's a bit overwhelming at times. Like, I remember at some point the reason why I was just playing all day was because I just always had something to do. It's a bit of a hard mode, even though I was kinda playing on easy mode for obvious balancing reasons. Because like the passive XP thing, it's balanced for like multiplayer, so like it's real time XP. It's a server time XP. So like you gain XP while you're sleeping, for example, and while you're not in game. But since I was in solo, I wasn't, because the server is only local. It's off when I'm off. So it was very long, so I'm rebalanced it. I made it so I was gaining a lot more XP. Just so I could claim all the jobs. Still haven't claimed all the jobs actually, now that I think about it. There's one more that's basically useless that they haven't claimed. Oh yeah, one funny thing also about having the craft the craft recipes reduced is that I can duplicate items, which is a bit of an exploit, but basically for like when you dig for oil, basically you put a barrel in the derrick, and like the thing will give you an oil barrel, and then when you put the oil barrel with the oil in it, it will give you back a barrel. But since the craft times are divided by 4, you get more barrels that you that you put in. They're just duplicating the barrels, which is quite funny. And which also means that I have a lot of barrels that I don't really know what to do with. Like, you know, I crafted a bunch of barrels thinking that I would actually have to use a lot of them. I crafted like, I think 200 barrels or something. No, I crafted a bit less, I think. I crafted like 100. But in the end I really only needed 2 maybe, and then I would have the rest from the first 2. So one thing I didn't like at the start of the game is that the tutorial tells you to use a building material that I find really ugly. It's like some kind of like dirt mixed with wood. And so I built a lot of things with that material, and I was like, oh, this is ugly, I hope there is better stuff later. And actually there was another building material that I unlocked quickly after, but I didn't even know it was a building material. So I waited for even longer for the next one. Not knowing that I could build things in wood. It's actually a recent update that they did like maybe a year ago. I'm saying it's recent even though it was a year ago because the game has been in development for like 8 years I think. And they are still updating it. But the game is very deep. Like when I said, for example, that you need to eat good quality food, like the way the food is handled is really over-engineered. Yeah, 2018, right? The way food works is really over-engineered. Because like you need to have a balanced diet. So you have basically like you have a Venn diagram of like all the nutrients that you have. It's a bit simplified compared to real life, but you have to have a good balance of vitamins, proteins and stuff. And at the same time you also have like a bonus for the variety, for like the number of things that you eat. And there is also like a tastiness bonus. Like everyone has like a randomized like every food has a randomized taste. And it's different for everyone. And so you need to eat food that tastes good. And you have a you have an XP bonus for all these things, for having a balanced diet, for having high variety diet, and for eating good food. I'm a bit scared to approach this game in multiplayer though, because like most of the servers I've seen, like I've looked a bit on YouTube, and oftentimes it's a bit like chaotic in multiplayer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the game would be really nice also, yeah, with a small number of other players. Because the game is definitely made for like moderate size server, like 20, 30, 50 people. But I'm sure it works pretty well with like 6, maybe 8 people. I could have one person for each job, because there are like 8 or 9 jobs, I think. There's just a few tweaks on the settings and it should be all good for like less than 10 people. Just a small group of friends. But the difficulty of this game is that like it's so grindy and long. You need to find 10 friends who would like to play a game for 100 hours in the next month. which is difficult. Like generally, if you play with your friend at this game, I'm sure it's gonna end up like a Minecraft server. Like y'all are gonna play a lot for like 5 days, and then no one is gonna connect besides like one person. There's also one feature that they added is that you can make it so um, like you limit the number of hours that someone can play in a day to make sure someone doesn't just gets too much progress compared to the others. 'Cause like sometimes there are people that play like 12 hours a day like me. And so the person who plays like 2 hours a day or something will be much slower than that other person. Which is also why they have made their XP system passive. To make sure that people who grind too much, they don't progress faster than the others. That was definitely a corner. But yeah, I was genuinely concerned about making either streams or videos on Echo. I think it's not a bad stream game. It's a bad YouTube game, that's for sure. Like it's really bad for like making playthroughs and YouTube videos on it. But for streaming, it's very good. At least that's what I noticed from the YouTube content I have seen on this game, that it's not really good for YouTube. But for streaming, I think it's pretty good. It doesn't need too much focus either, so like you can interact with chat a lot. The biggest downside is definitely craft times. To me, it's a bit too long. Because I'm playing in 0.25 times craft times, so it's way faster for me, and I'm like, yeah, this is okay, this is alright. But then I learned that in multiplayer it takes like 20 minutes to prepare a salad, and I'm like, no. I missed the pit again. I wanted to lap on. I wanted to pit on lap 87. Rip. Oh, nice. I'm glad you. I'm glad you consider this race worth your time. I just need to figure out how to fix my issue with... I missed it again! I just need to figure out my issue with one specific thing in this game, and but yeah, I'm like one stream away after this from 100%. Basically my issue that I encountered the other day, that was already a month ago now that I say it, but is that two of the achievements, they require you to use the secret option menu in the game, which require you to input a cheat code with the second controller. Stop reminder, thank you. There you go. Yeah, the next stint is gonna be very short. It's only gonna be like 26 laps. They have to catch up on all the ones, all the extra ones I did. All the extra laps I did before. Oh, I filled the thing. Okay. It's fine. Okay, basically I needed to input that cheat code on the second controller, but I was trying everything and I just couldn't get that to work. The EMU just didn't want to detect my controller as being on the second port. So I was thinking I have a second controller, but I didn't try it. I didn't try to put it on at the same time as my main controller. So I was thinking maybe it could work. I need to try. I'll probably try off stream. And if it works, I'll do the final stream. Crazy that we will end up on exactly 50 parts. I need to not forget to save the replay at the end. I know it only saves like the first 80 laps or so, but I need to take some notes. There's one thing I was also wondering about Echo is it? I wonder if it's possible to speedrun it. I really wonder. I want to try to mess around a bit more with the game before I actually try to do it. But I genuinely wonder, like, maybe not alone, but maybe it could work with like a group of like 8 people maybe. Wonder how long it would be to speedrun it. I'm sure it's doable in one day. It would maybe depend on the settings though. I checked on speedrun.com, and like the only speedrun of it, of Echo, is bad ending. It's just accelerating time until the meteor crashes. I've categorized it in some form, it looks like. One that you saw was 48 hours? Oh. But I didn't see that one. The only one I saw was the one where they let the meteor crash in 1 hour. Or 2 hours, I don't remember. You just sleep. Because when you sleep it makes the time go faster. The next pit stop should be on 126? No, 116. I want to beat every 29 laps, and I want to catch up to the schedule. I might have to look up at that. 48 hours sounds like a lot. Oh, I think that could be a great YouTube video idea though, to be like, how fast can I beat Echo alone? And like I'm allowed to do all the settings changes that I want. Like in the perfect condition speedrun. Kinda. Oh yeah, it's definitely not. Maybe they just thought it wasn't. Yeah. I mean, if they just did it for fun and not, it would probably be a weird game to moderate for speedrun. with like all the different settings you can put. But yeah, I think with the base craft times, it's basically almost impossible to imagine it being done in a speedrun. I mean, technically, when I think about it, maybe like they could just synchronize their long crafts and sleep to skip time, so the crafts are done quicker. Oh, there is stuff to be done. It has to be doable in less than 48 hours. Yeah. Imagine being the person who has to verify the 100% speedrun of Gran Turismo 4. That's even worse. Well, actually no, because Gran Turismo 4 is on one instance. But I think if you want to verify a speedrun of Echo, you would need the POV of every player. This is my opinion. So 48 hours, if there is like 4 people, it would be 192. I mean, 192 hours of footage to review. Which would still be shorter than Gran Turismo 4. Well, to be honest, you don't need to watch the entire Gran Turismo 4 speedrun to validate it. Like, you look at the start of the 24-hour race, you look at the end of the 24-hour race, and that's it, you save 24 hours. Just double check the times, just to make sure that they didn't skip something or something. And yeah, that's all you need to do. No need to watch everything. How we did what? The driving or something else? So lap 100, yay! Probably 400 to go. Oh yeah, so basically, since I noticed that a lot of the the runs had different loading times. I decided to retime the runs to exclude the loading times. So there are two known ways to retime a run to exclude the loading times. Either you just cut the video in a video editing software. You just cut the loading times in there, and then you check the total length. But that's a bit long. There is a tool that exists though. It's also very long, but it's a tool that basically allows you to recognize a pattern on the video, and you say basically like for example, if there is a consistent loading screen, just tell for example, if it's written loading at the bottom right, you basically say whenever at the bottom right there is written loading, like you just capture the frame when it says loading, and you say whenever there is a frame that looks exactly like this one, you exclude it, and then it gives you the time of when that frame doesn't appear. It's a bit of an annoying way, because it's you need to first generate the frames. Like basically you need to the software will generate a folder with all the frames of the video, which takes a while. But that's less that's still shorter than using an editing software. That's the main reason why I was re-verifying the runs. And I was also retiming them like in terms of like normal time as well, making sure that the times were correct. And also I added more categories. Like initially there was not much for the full game. There was not even levels. I had to add the levels. They weren't there when I started to moderate the game. There was also, yeah, the categories I added tutorial, even though no one did it besides me, but whatever. And I basically separated the Wii and the PS2 versions because they have differences that are quite significant. And I also separated the some runs. They had a glitch where they were skipping a track, so I splitted those. Mainly because to this day no one knows how they skip that track. Like I asked the players themselves how they skipped the track, and they had no idea. Seems to just be a bug that they got. So I decided to make them on their own category. But yeah, that's basically what all the what all of that post that you mentioned was about. I'll be honest, you don't. It's not really necessary to input all that in speedrun in live split. Live split and speedrun.com are a different thing. You don't need. I mean, it's always good to have live split and to use it, but you don't need to input the game into live split for live split to work. The use cases where it's useful to input the game in live split is when the game has an auto splitter. And it's not every game that has an auto splitter. Like basically most games on speedrun.com, when you speedrun them, you have to just press a button. Like you know you have your splits to say I've completed this level, I've completed this level, and you have to press a button when you do it. Normally, that's default. But some people they made programs to find for specific games ways to make it trigger automatically. I actually did one of those, a very simple one for Juice 2 a while ago. But I never really thought of making more of those. But yeah, basically, it's not very necessary. Also, normally if you just type the name of the game, it should show up. Yeah, when you put the game, it will, yeah, true, it will show the world record for the current category you're on. According to the website. Also, is it me or have I been driving very slowly for the past couple of laps? I'm not really paying attention to my driving. I'm literally not a pilot right now. Yeah. It's fine though, I need something to look at that's not Tsukuba for 9 hours. Yeah. I mean, it's a game I like to talk about anyway, so... So you're welcome. One very satisfying with Echo in solo is that you're like slowly building your you're slowly building stuff, and it slowly gets to a shape. It's like when you build, like, I don't know, a Minecraft base, except that in Echo, everything you do has an actual purpose. Every building you do, it will serve a purpose. Whereas in Minecraft, it's mostly just for the looks. Yeah. Even just your own house, as I mentioned earlier, like having a house that's built in high quality materials with good furniture and stuff will give you like more XP and stuff. Even that as a use case. Oh, we've passed the 2-hour mark. Nice. Speaking of nice. Hello Andy, and thank you for the nice reading. Welcome to stream. Alright, MF, have a nice lurk. I think I'll take a break in around an hour. I don't remember when was my last good lap. Like low 102 kind of lap. Not gonna be this one because I'm pitting. No. Oh, that overtake is kinda crazy. No, I... Yeah, that's the thing, I always miss the pits because it's so much earlier than I think it is. No, I have no excuses because I didn't miss the pit a single time when I was doing the Mazda NX-5 race. Okay, this time let's not forget. Alright. I remembered to pit. The track is so short that 100 laps didn't really feel that much like a milestone. Okay, next pit on lap 145. That was awful. Am I gonna do the exact same overtake? Yes. And the thing is, not gonna last. This track is so biased towards the Gran. Is it me or I was like 6 milliseconds behind my previous lap? Okay, not bad. Yeah, 100.7. That's already a little bit better. Was an aggressive start of the lap. Okay, I got to a decent pace. No, push too much. Oh yeah, that was an awful start. Just as I say that, I got back to a decent pace. Oh, I forgot to shift up. Fuji 1000 is gonna be absolute cinema. Oh. No! Alright. It was a bit late for the braking. It's been 2 hours now, I'm already tired. I'm not used to do these anymore. And it's more tired of boredom than tired. It's not really the most engaging kind of race. The car is not even fast. That doesn't help. Not the cleanest of a deck, but that works. It actually helped me going faster. Hey, finally a good time. I mean, I was helped by the X7, but a good lap is a good lap. I always forget. The car is so silent that I don't realize I'm needing to. I don't realize I need to gear up. So I didn't even mention, but we are over a quarter of the way through. The quarter mark was at 12:15. Okay, this time I won't forget speed, right? Yay! He remembered. Yeah, I never forgot. Never. It never happened. Yeah, true. Otherwise your tires will explode. Oh, RX-7 is spitting. Why do I suck? Yo, X-Blast. For real. And I'll be honest, if I had 70 bucks right now, I might. No, actually no, if I had 70 bucks, I'd buy Screamer, and then if I had 70 more bucks, I'd buy FHC, I think. Actually no, because there are a bunch of other indie games I want to buy as well, so I don't know. But I gotta finish this game. Like, I'm basically 2 streams away from being done with GT4. I mean, not done, but like, done with this playthrough of it. I might do other playthroughs in the future. Maybe like Spake 2, for example. Also, I should have done this specific race way earlier, but I was just lazy. Base. I'm just so glad I got it for free as well, like, kinda forgot about that game, and when I saw someone just drop a key for free on Discord, I was like, yeah, I remember that game. Actually, don't think I've ever played any Game Boy Color game. Even GameCube, I don't think I've played much. Yeah, on top of my head, there's only one GameCube game I've played, and it was not a great one, and it was specifically for the needs of a video that I was making at the time. I don't know either. I was like, I was not born at release of the GameCube, to be honest. The only consoles I played as a kid were like PS2 and PSP, and then X360 and PS3. Oh yeah, we got an X360 in I think it was like 2010 or something. Maybe 2011 even. But we stuck with the PS2 until pretty late. We were still watching DVDs on it until like 2010, no? On the PS2. That's the funniest part. Yeah, I also do. I have my good old PSP. And my good old PS3, which doesn't work. Just like every PS3, by the way. Average PS3 be like. When they got my PS3 again? I think it was like 2015. That's quite late for a PS3. Might be 2016 even. I've actually never got a Wii. Now that I think about it, I think in my entire childhood I've never had any Nintendo console. I don't even know if my older brother and sisters had a Nintendo console either. I'm pretty sure they had a PS1. I know they had a PS1. And I think they had a Master System, but I'm not sure. But that's all I know. I don't think they ever got Nintendo console. Oh yeah, I think my sister had a GameCube. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. But we weren't very Nintendo. Yeah, the PlayStation was big everywhere. Oh, bro, you can't park there, mate. I believe the Legacy is actually beating every 19 laps. Which if it does, we're over 10 laps ahead. Bad looks for the Legacy. Can't be as bad as the Corvette in the Le Mans race. I think I was like 60 laps ahead or something. Oh yeah, I've played that one. Very interesting game. Very good series overall. Also, I think it was one of the first games to have vehicle customization, like body kits and stuff like that. I still need to play Tokyo Extreme Racer 3. I played the 1, 0, and some of the Drift spin-offs. And the last one, of course. But I need to play more ganking games overall. I also need to go back to Tokyo Racer Drift 2 because I started to grind for the old friends subset on Retroachievements, and I didn't go all the way because that's a grind, like a 300 hours grind, just like Gran 4, which I've been doing off stream back in like January, February, I think, and then I stopped. Not even halfway through. I also need to get back to the new Tokyo Mesa as well. But I still haven't done New Game Plus. No. Oh no, not the 0.67 again. Yeah, I figured you'd recognize it. Yeah, I have a bunch of Speed Racer songs in that playlist. So we've passed the 3-hour mark. Third of the way through, and I'm gonna take a little break as just as I pit in a couple laps. Give me a short break just to eat a little bit. And I'm gonna take a second one in 3 more hours. This one will be a bit longer. I will, like, here it is just for a snack, and next I will just eat completely. I could also just wait a bit more and go eat without having a snack before, but I'm hungry. And we're gonna stop on a not so banger. Alright, a bit on 174. Oh, I have too much speed. Oh, no. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna stop here for now. I'm gonna come back in like 15 to 20 minutes. Or maybe even less, I don't know. And yeah, GG's, but no, we are not done yet, because there is still 6 hours of race to do, and I'm gonna do that in a couple of minutes when I come back. But until then, I'm gonna first put the little... is it this one? Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Yes, it is this one. Okay. Yeah, the little be right back text. And yep, I'll be back in a moment. And yeah, for the rest of the race. So bye for now.